what can you do right now to really position yourself for the upcoming changes? And so when we say lead backlog, it's all based on being consistent in lead generation, which you talked about. I do those income producing activities each day. Lead generation is where it all starts, or client acquisition. And then we got to convert those leads into buyers. And really what that comes from is building and nurturing a database of opportunities. So a lot of, right now you could be relying on the phone to ring, or, from a website inquiry, or referral leads, or, just sign calls, with a lot of your jobs. And that's fine. That's great. Take advantage of those opportunities when you have them, but that's not always going to be there. So what we find out is that every builder, of course, is limited by the amount of jobs they can produce each month. And of course, when you have a backlog of leads, then you can backlog your design. And when you have a backlog in design, you can then backlog your production. So if you don't have a backlog of leads, you take jobs you shouldn't, right? It's the wrong job, and that's going to put downward pressure on margins. And that's where we see that slippery slope, is where we say, oh man, I have nothing else cooking right now. I'm getting a lot of red flags from this client, or it's out of my service area, or it's not a job that I typically would take from a type standpoint. And then the next thing I know, I take it, and I'm in a world of hurt. And I'm looking back, what have I just done? Well, I took it because I was desperate.
Yeah.
So if you have a lead backlog, you never get to that point. You always can pick and choose the jobs that are right for you, which means that you've got a nice backlog for design, and you can even flow your company here. So the key point is to focus on building a database of opportunities you can draw from, because when the market changes, and with some of the things that are happening right now are going to force a slowdown. And when that happens, and the phone stops ringing, and the web leads start coming in, and the referral leads are starting to dry up, if you have a database of opportunities, you can draw from those people, and you can still sell and you can still produce a nice business. And yeah, you'll adjust to the realities of whatever the current market is. Margins might be affected a little bit. You might have to increase service area. You may have to take and adjust the type of jobs that you do, but you will still have work, versus getting to the point where there's just none. So that's the first key point.